All right, in this video, we're gonna start analyzing your niche and building a competitor funnel. This is a tactical step. We're getting into the meat and potatoes here. This is really important you do this. I'm gonna take you through as granular as possible. Now, if you've done the first 3 reps exercise, some of this you will have already done. This will be like a more expanded, more detailed version. If you skip the first 3 reps, I recommend you really watch this. So in this section, what we're gonna do is build a list of competitor channels in your niche so that we can begin to understand who's winning, what outlier videos we should study, and what the Lego brick patterns are that are outperforming. Do not skip this step, please. Okay, so first we're gonna build the list. What do we do? The goal of this exercise is to find 10 to 20 of the best social profiles that make content in your niche that are ideally serving the exact same IVA. So I could go find people that are doing social media growth content, but it'd be really helpful if I could find people that are doing social media growth content for business owners. That's optional because not every niche is going to have that many people serving every IVA for every topic, but that would be the best possible thing. The closer you are with this, the more informative the data will be and the easier it will be for you to transpose one idea for yourself. Now, which accounts are we actually going to pull? There are 6 sizes of accounts. I should say 6 instead of 5. There are 6 sizes of accounts as gauged by following. You've got nano accounts, which are between 0 and 10,000 followers. You've got micro accounts, which are between 10 and 50,000 followers. Small accounts, between 50 and 250. Medium, between 250 and 1 million. Large, between 1 and 5 million. And then mega, anywhere above 10 million. This could be 5, 10 million, same thing. This is kind of giving it away, but we only want to pull accounts from micro, small, and medium buckets. Right? We do not want to pull people from nano because they're too small to be validated. And we definitely don't want to pull people from large and mega. And I'll explain why in a second. It's a non-obvious thing people get wrong. Now, when we pull the 10 account, let's just say we're going for 20 accounts. We want a max of 50% of those to be from medium. So a max of 10. The other 10 need to be from micro and small. Really, micro and small is where the juice really lies. And let me explain why. The bigger a channel is, the harder it is to explain why their video broke out as an outlier. This is Callaway's paradox. The bigger the channel is, the harder it is to replicate. And the reason why is because a mega creator with 7 million followers can post a crappy video that still gets 3 million views just because they have 7 years of cult fandom built up and most people just see their face and instantly watch and like. In a way, the bigger you are, the better your brand is, the more it dilutes the insight that your idea or unique formatting on the video was actually working. So if we study that big video and we choose to replicate it, we might be actually using a weak idea that can't stand alone if we don't have the mega creator's recognizability attached to it. For example, if you're doing business content, don't put Hormozy on your list because he has 4.3 million followers and you're not going to be able to replicate his videos and they aren't really great ideas anyway. So on the flip side, where the golden insights come from is looking at small or micro accounts that have viral breakouts despite nobody knowing who those people are. When those accounts get a video to pop, it's typically because the idea itself was a banger. That's where you want to look. So at least 50% of your inspiration accounts should be from these, micro and small. And then the other 50% can be from medium, 250 to 1 million, ideally closer to 250 if you can help it. Now, where do you pull these competitor accounts from? There are 5 core social platforms that you might consider being your primary home. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn, Facebook. We're going to pull them from Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. That's what we have in Sandcastles, makes it way easier for you. You're going to plan to post these videos across all 5 platforms ideally, so it doesn't really matter where you pull them from, but we're going to pull them from those 3 places. Now, how do we actually find the right channels? Where do we find these channels from? This is something that people get really stuck on, and we've made a super streamlined process for this. Once you find a single anchor account, like your first one, this will get a lot easier for you. But even if you're going from scratch, here's how you do it. There are 5 primary ways that you can do this research and find competitor accounts. The first way and the easiest way is your own following or list. So if you're in this niche and you care about this, chances are you probably already follow people that are pretty big. So if you just go to your own account and you go to who you're following, you're probably following 5 to 10 people already. If you're not, it's fine, but this is the easiest place to start. You can definitely get a couple, and those can serve as your anchor accounts. So that's number 1, your own following. Now, number 2 is the anchor accounts following list. So let's say you were trying to make something in AI. If I was your anchor account, let's just go to my account here. Let's go to my main tech account. If I was your anchor account, you can pull up my account and then just go to who I'm following. This is 425 people. Now, some of these people are going to be like my high school friends, but the majority of these people are going to be in my space, because if I make tech and AI content and I'm big, I'm going to follow all the big tech and AI people because I'm running this process for ideas. So one of the best places to find other inspiration accounts is just to get one anchor, go to who they're following and look. Now, I'm going to show you a much more automated way to do this, but let's just say you don't have access to the internet and somehow you can still get on Instagram. This is how you would do it, right? So that's number 2. The third way would be to use Instagram or TikTok Explore. And the fourth way is to use Instagram or TikTok Search. So let's just say I want to look up accounts in social media marketing. I literally go to search social media marketing. I go search and I don't click on this. I click on this. This searches across Instagram. You can do this on TikTok as well. I can click on literally any of these videos. Boom. I click on Ava. I click on her profile. This looks like someone good. Boom. Now I've got my anchor account, right? So boom. Now I've got my anchor account. So that's really way 3 and 4. Now the easiest way is just to use sandcastles.ai. This is the tool. We built this. It's the sickest, slickest way to do this. So all you have to do is go to the channels tab. You will see a button called Discover Channels. So let's do that now. Here's Sandcastles. Go to the channels tab. We've got build your watch list here. You click that. And all you have to do is describe your niche in keywords and we will automatically find the best fit channels for you. Now I'm going to do this in a second. So I'll go through it click per click in a second, but this is the fastest way. So literally you just go, you search this, we show you the accounts and you can build the watch list from here. We've also got backdoors where you can add people in manually. So just use Sandcastles. I wanted to share like the full list because sometimes people don't have access to Sandcastles for whatever reason, but this is the fastest way. Now, as you're screening, and I'm going to do this live to show you like a real example in action. As you're screening, you want to be ruthless in your selection criteria as much as you can. If you feel like someone is not in your niche, like Sandcastles serves somebody up, but they don't feel like they're in your niche, just ignore them, clear them. You want as many accounts as possible on your competitor list, but they have to be on target within your niche, or else the ideas and insights you get are going to be too off target and not helpful. Contrary to the common belief, the more narrow your competitor list, the more dialed your data will be. Now, if you can't find any accounts in your niche, chances are you're not looking hard enough, because almost every niche has plenty of accounts. But if you spent 40 hours and you've exhausted all 5 of these paths and you're convinced that you're the first one in the world tackling the niche on short form, pick the closest possible cousin niche that still serves the same IVA and build the list that way. You'll have to do a little bit more work transliterating the ideas over to your niche, but it's fine. So let me give you a tactical example of this in action. First of all, here's like a direct example list of the people in social media marketing that I'm tracking. So the goal would be like, how do I build this list as fast as possible? Now, I have this already because I did it manually, but we're going to run through Sandcastles so I can show you doing this live. So let's pick this up on the other side. I'm going to start a new video and I'll go through the tactical piece with Sandcastles.